Stay tuned for Suzy Empire Reality TV. Thank you.
Old Joe just pulled the Hail Mary. 61 black judges appointed, 39 being black women. Folks was telling Joe Biden, do something, Joe. Joe did something. You gotta respect the game. You gotta respect the game, because nobody on planet Earth expected this from Joe Biden. To the point that Trump is out here tweeting, we gotta stop this, guys. We gotta stop it. You wanted folks to get them black jobs. Folks got them black jobs. This is probably one of the most historical things that has happened in order to protect democracy in this country in a long, long time. And these are not just random judges. These are people who has been in the field and who has been doing the work for a very long time. So, at the end of the day, I have never been the biggest fan of Joe Biden, but this right here, yo, you gotta love it. I love this for Donald Trump. I love this for the guy. I love this.
Let me show you here Congresswoman Lee. And here she is contrasting the qualifications of the black judges, and Ketanji Brown Jackson, for example, Supreme Court Justice, that President Biden has appointed, compared to Donald Trump's picks. Here, play this clip.
Instead, Republicans are trying to bastardize the term DEI to be a slur. When Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was up for confirmation and when Vice President Harris was added to the ticket, they called them DEI hires. They want you to believe that a Harvard graduate with over 20 years of experience, who happens to be a black woman, is not qualified, but a Fox News personality is qualified to run the Department of Defense, and the WWE executive is qualified to run the Department of Education. Let's be real. There is an attempt to create a direct correlation between our race, being a black person, and our qualifications. So much as to say that there is no way to be a black woman. There is no resume that a black person could have that would qualify them unless that black person is a Republican. And there is a quota there.
And so when Donald Trump starts posting things like this, you should recognize that it's coded language, or not all that coded. Donald Trump goes, the Democrats are trying to stack the courts with radical left judges on their way out the door. Republican senators need to show up and hold the line. No more judges confirmed before Inauguration Day. One of the things he's trying to say there is no more black judges being appointed. Let's be very clear about that. And just to remind you of the type of language that the MAGAs would use and what was going on Fox, when now one of their hosts on the weekend show, the guy couldn't even make it to the weekday show, is appointed Secretary of Defense. This is what Tucker Carlson had to say about Ketanji Brown Jackson. Let's play the clip.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Let's say you really didn't care about the country you lead. Let's say you wanted to humiliate and degrade it and undermine its ancient institutions. What would you do? Well, you might take the single most important appointed position in the entire government and announce in public that you were filling that position on the basis of appearance, not on the basis of skill or wisdom or fealty to the founding documents of the United States, but on the basis of the way the person looks. So it's not a question of saying, we found the most qualified person who happens to look this way. What you're saying is, we found a person who looks this way, who, by the way, may be qualified. That would send a very clear message that you don't like the country you run, and you don't care about the institutions that its ancestors built. And Joe Biden is doing that. We'll have details straight ahead.
And here is what President Biden said, I think, about the importance of historical black colleges and universities, HBCUs, how important they are to the progress of America, including leading to the historic appointments of black judges on the bench and the first female vice president. Play this clip. By the way, this is from May 17th of 2024. Play this clip.
But regardless of loyalties, it's clear HBCUs are vital to our nation's progress. I mean it. That's not hyperbole. HBCUs are responsible for 40% of black engineers in America, 50% of black teachers, 70% of all black doctors and dentists, 80% of all black judges. And by the way, I put more on the bench than anybody ever has. And 100% of black vice presidents.
And finally, if I may show you this, I think it's important. And I want to show you the video that President Biden had prepared about a month before Ketanji Brown Jackson, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, was eventually confirmed by the Senate, just to show you her background and why President Biden explains how he sought a nominee for the Supreme Court with exceptional credentials, unimpeachable character, and an unwavering dedication to the rule of law. This is how he rolled out the announcement of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, who became Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson.